All right, everybody, this is the JK Theory. Here we give it to you raw and uncut. No, nothing is off topic. We talk about it all. Even the serious topics get a little bit of comical twist to it. 'Cause at the end of the day, you just got to laugh about life. Am I right?
Right.
Absolutely. So I'm Jay,
I'm Kay.
and this is the JK Theory. So tonight's episode, oh man, it's about WWE SummerSlam 2024. And let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
Mm.
I want to say every match was on point. This felt like a SummerSlam. This did not feel like your regular pay per view. I took a hiatus from wrestling. I've been watching it back now consistently for about 4 to 5 months. And I can tell you, this is one of the best pay per views I've seen in a long time. What are your thoughts?
I thought it was really, I thought it was really done well. I wasn't too disappointed in most of the matches. I could sit through it. I didn't get really bored. Usually, I can fall asleep on some of the matches. Really couldn't do that this time. Like they did a great job on this SummerSlam. A big ups to them because some of their pay per views, yeah,
Fell flat. It fell
yeah,
flat sometimes.
not this
So
one though. This one's good.
yes, this one was definitely good, and I love the fact that it was in I don't know what you call it, the stadium that opens up like an open stadium,
Yeah,
where it just gave me flashbacks of like SummerSlam back in the days, right?
yeah.
Where it was bright and sunny, and then as the time goes, it starts getting dark, and the pyro and the lights, like it just felt like a concert. It was just amazing. So we're gonna go through the matches, and they might not be in order, but we're gonna try to hit every match. So this match here, Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. My goodness, that was a match. And let me tell you, I am not a fan of Sami Zayn. When he fights, I fast forward. I give him like 2, 3 minutes, and if I don't like it, I'm like, I'm good. Bro, he put on a show that night. I was not bored. My hat goes off to you. I didn't fast forward nothing. That was a great match. I loved it. Let them know who won. I'll give it to you. You've been watching this dude for a while.
I have. Braun Breaker finally, finally got that title. I'm excited because I have been bragging about this dude for a while now. So it is great to see him. It was also great to see his dad and his uncle there as well. They were
Yes.
in the stand. That was awesome. I love that. If y'all don't know who it is the dog face gremlin, Rick Steiner and Scott Steiner. That is his dad and his uncle. But man, Braun Breaker is that dude. I absolutely love him in that ring.
It was a great match. It was energetic. It
Yes.
was it had it all, man. It was a
And it
great
wasn't long.
match. Yes. It was definitely one for the books. Like it they did everything. They did everything well. I have no complaints whatsoever. It was just a great match.
Yes.
The next match I'm gonna talk about. Oh, and by the way, it was a shocker. Like to me, I knew Braun was gonna get the belt, but I
Hmm.
didn't think it was gonna be in WrestleMania. I really didn't. And the fact that he won, I was like, yes, finally. Like it makes so much
Yes.
sense,
Yes.
And I hope now that he has the title, I really hope he changes the design of the belt because the Intercontinental belt is damn ugly. I don't know what you guys are doing. I will not buy my son the Intercontinental belt because it's ugly. Okay, redesign it. Anyway, I'm petty. What can I say? Next one, Logan Paul versus LA Knight. Man, LA Knight. I hate the name, but LA Knight, amazing. He did well. Logan Paul did well again as well. I did not like who he brought out with for a special guest. It didn't make sense. I don't understand it. I guess they try to play off of the whole Ohio vibe,
Yeah.
but yeah, he should have got somebody else. But he ended up bringing I can't remember his name.
MGK.
Megan Fox's ex, I guess. I'll
Machine
remember
Gun
Megan
Kelly.
Fox. Yeah. Oh,
Oh, come on.
Machine Gun Kelly. There you go. Machine Gun Kelly. So I ended up bringing him. He played his role, but at the end of the day, let him know who won.
LA Knight took that one. Yeah, I do have to say this. Logan Paul, he impresses me in the ring. For a guy that really doesn't do this full time, he has a lot of highlights.
Yeah.
A lot of highlights. And I feel like he does take this seriously. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's earned my respect in the
Yeah.
ring as far as what he can do, what he's done. Very athletic. You can't sleep
Yeah.
on the guy. He's good. I just think the whole maybe he's playing his character too well because he kind of like I don't like the guy. Like I don't like his mannerisms, the way he interviews, the way he talks. But it could just all just be a show. I felt the same way about Jerry Lawler. I didn't like Jerry Lawler at first. I was like, he's an obnoxious douche, whatever, whatever. But no, it was all an act. Like the guy's funny.
Yeah.
Jerry Lawler's cool. But Logan Paul, I don't know. I think he needs to change something there. Or maybe he doesn't, right? He's the millionaire, not me. He knows what he's doing. When you look at pay-per-view, it's his company in the middle of the ring, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So I didn't think he was going to lose it to LA Knight. But Michael Cole said something that I thought was very heartfelt. And it was like, he said, finally, after all the years, after not giving up, after everyone saying he couldn't do it, he has his time now. He can shine now. And I thought that was great. Great verbiage. LA Knight looked so proud holding that belt. So excited. Loved it. And I'm happy for him. I can't I don't have any complaints whatsoever on that match. How about you?
No, I can't say I do. Like, I guess the only complaint I have is I didn't understand the brass knuckle thing. Like, when he hit him, he really didn't do anything. Like, was it supposed to be like, did MGK give him like non-real brass knuckles? So when he hit him, it don't do anything. So LA Knight could win. Like, was it a setup that way type thing, or I just didn't get that part. I guess that was the part I didn't get. But besides that, I thought the match was good.
Yeah, the breast knuckle thing, I think because I don't know, I try to like slow mo, then I realized I don't need to slow mo. He didn't know. He didn't connect. So I think he realized that and just played it off.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was necessary. I get the brass knuckles, why he would bring it out because he's done it
Right.
several times.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, for crying out loud, he could have just put it in his trunks, just took it out that way.
Yeah, I didn't understand that, but
Yeah.
I guess.
Great match though. I did love it. I love to see LA Knight shine on that, and I'm excited to see Monday Night Raw. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm going to watch that and see how that plays out. The next match was Bayley versus Nia Jax. That was interesting. I liked the match. It wasn't, I wouldn't say it wasn't one of the best matches.
Mm-hmm.
I did enjoy it. But I really thought, I can't remember her name. I thought Blondie was going to cash in that night.
Oh, Tiffany.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that match?
First, I want to say big ups to Nia Jax because this is her second time coming back, and the first time everybody thought she was like real reckless and everything like that. So I think she's cleaned up herself a lot. I think she deserves this title run for the time that she's going to be champion. And I thought it was a pretty decent match, and I thought it ended the way it should have ended too, with Tiff coming out there and acting like she was going to turn it in so she can so Bayley can be distracted, and that's how Nia won. Like it made sense. The ending made sense.
But see, I really thought, and I was waiting for her. I'm like, she's gonna hit her. She's gonna hit her with the case. I was waiting for her to hit Nia in the head with the case. Boom! Waiting on that, man. Especially since the case is now pinked out. I'm thinking merch.
Yeah.
Sell the merch now. They're gonna get the girls into it. But yeah, I can. You gotta wait for the double cross. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
yes.
bound to happen. Who's gonna take the belt from Nia?
Bianca.
I think they're just prepping Bianca. They know she's talent. Her and Jade, yeah. they're like prepping them. They're trying to get them comfortable out there, but for some reason they're not ready to pull the trigger on them. I don't know.
Well, Bianca's been champion numerous of times. They're prepping Jade because she's still very. I don't want to say new because she's not new in the ring, but she does a lot of things where it's a little off. So they're working on her timing and new moves with her and things like that because now they're getting her to actually wrestle. When she was in AEW, all she was a powerhouse. She didn't get to showcase if she could wrestle or not. She was like kind of like an Ultimate Warrior type person
Gotcha.
in AEW. So now they're prepping her because everybody wants and everybody wanted for years Bianca versus Jade. And you can't just throw Jade in there with Bianca because Bianca's so talented and Jade is still kind of yellow in that thing. So one of them is probably going to be the one to take the title from her just because at WrestleMania they're probably going to want Jade versus Bianca and it will make more sense if one of them had the belt, I guess. But again, Tiff, like you said, she's going to double cross her at some point. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Speaking of double cross,
Ugh.
the next match, the beautiful, the talented Liv Morgan versus Rhea Mommy Ripley. Wow. First of all, I ain't gonna say it. I can't say it. Anyway, it was a great match to watch. It was just, the body slams and the movement of the ring and it was nice. It was nice. I love the match. It was great. Many surprises in that match. Before we even get to the double cross, it was just an awesome match overall. I loved it. Yeah. I think that Liv and Rhea are both just great actors on their own. They're just amazing. I really thought, I was convinced that she hurt her shoulder the first time. I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, that's not supposed to happen. That's not supposed to. I'm like yelling at the screen. And the monster move that she pulled, ramming her shoulder on the table, I was like, yes. But she did it 2 more times. Yeah. And I think it was overkill. You should have done it once and just left.
That was it. Yeah.
Should have done that once because you have me fooled. Did she have you fooled?
Yeah. When it first happened, it looked like her bone or something was sticking out. So I was like, I don't know if that's supposed to actually happen like that. You know what I'm saying? But when she did that, when she rammed her arm into the table, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, it was supposed to happen like that. I get it. But it was cool because it was like, it made her look like a badass. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like even more, everybody knows she's a badass already. But it made her look like even more badass. And I thought their match was really good. Like I've been really impressed with Liv from what she used to be to what she is now. She's like a kind of like people gonna hate that I say this, so sorry, but it's true. She's kind of like a Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus was a horrible wrestler when she first started, and then she worked her ass off, and she became what she is. 7-time women's champion or some shit like that. Like Liv Morgan is that Trish Stratus. She wasn't that good when she first came. She's worked her ass off, and now she's amazing.
Yes, I definitely see that. And her mic skills are really good. She can interview well. Mm-hmm. She can get the crowd going.
Yes.
She stays in character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just amazing. And nothing negative to say about Rhea. Seriously, she stays in the character. She's devoted to her role.
Yes.
She knows what to do.
Badass.
Yes, badass 100%. And then the double cross happens. I get the first step. I get holding the chair back so she doesn't use it.
Yeah.
She'll get disqualified. I understood that part. But then when he puts the chair in the ring, goes to the other side of the ring, distracts the ref, and Liv does the DDT move on Rhea, pins are 1, 2, 3. I thought it was a mistake until I saw his face. He was
Yeah.
laughing, and I'm like, oh shit. He really did this. And let the people know what happened right after that.
Well, after he picked up Liv and looked at her for a while and then big ass kiss afterwards, and then looked at Rhea like, yep, I got you.
That was insane. At that point, I said, damn, there goes the Judgment Day. It's gone. It's over. So Liv retains the title.
Yep.
Nia Jax wins the title.
Yes.
LA Knight wins the title.
Yep.
Braun Breaker wins the title.
Oh yeah.
Huge powerhouses there.
Yes.
We get to the next match on our list.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the Judgment Day, Damian Priest versus Gunther.
Yes.
So I wasn't a huge fan of Gunther. Just his look. The guy can fight. I just wish he looked different, right? I don't know. I like Damian Priest.
Yeah.
I'm kind of biased because he's Puerto Rican from New York.
Yeah.
But honestly, I thought this was an amazing match. I love it. To me, in my memory bank, this match actually falls close hand with Mr. Perfect versus Bret Hart.
Bret Hart.
Because the match gave me everything I wanted. It really did.
Yeah.
It was exciting. It made sense. It had storyline. At one point, you're rooting for both. Like, it was just amazing. And was I sad that Damian lost? Yeah. But I was glad to finally see Gunther get his time. Like, yes, it makes sense. Give it to him. But I think he's going to lose it in the next pay-per-view. Back to Damian Priest. Reason being is they gave Damian so much shit about you can't win by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Gunther didn't necessarily win by himself. So I can see a rematch happening. Maybe Damian will get it in the next pay-per-view, but I'm going to predict already the next pay-per-view will be Damian versus Gunther again.
I can see that. I thought that this was an awesome match. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is the best match I've seen Damian Priest in. Period. Like, I think this was his best match ever.
Nice.
And I'm a fan of Gunther's. I am. I like him. But I also a fan of Priest. So it was like, I really don't care who wins. This is just gonna be I thought it was gonna be good, but this match turned out. I think this is probably my favorite match, honestly. I think this is my favorite match. Balor played his role perfectly, of course.
Speaking of double cross, right?
Yeah. I thought it was interesting when Gunther started bleeding from his chest.
Yes.
Like, the way they hit each other, like, Gunther is already heavy-handed with his chops, but Priest, he shocked me because he was going right back at him with it. So the only people I ever see him do that with is Sheamus and Drew McIntyre when they fight Gunther. Like, it's always a battle. But Priest, he impressed me a lot. Like, this was very impressive. I give him the most ups and props for this match because he outdid himself, I think.
And I know that, we have a lot of females that listen to our pod, right?
Yes.
And they're thinking, what are you guys talking about? This thing is fake. Okay, it's predetermined. But, sweetie, you're not faking them chops. Them chops hurt. Them chops slap, literally.
Yes.
Slap. Watch the fight. Okay, the guy has red marks all over, fingerprints, hand marks. I mean, you can't fake that noise. You can't fake that smack. It was amazing, and they both, for one, you got to do it for real,
Yeah.
and you have to sell it as well, right? Like you have to make it seem 10 times worse than what it really is.
Mm-hmm.
They both put on a show. It
Yes.
was
Yes.
great. It was amazing. This match needs to be studied. This match is like definitely NXT people need to watch this. 1000% over. Damien, my hat's off to you. I'm sorry you lost the belt, but man, you put on a show, bro.
Put on a show. Hell of a
People
show.
will be talking about this match for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Finn Balor doing the damn double cross.
Yes.
I think that right there put the nail in the coffin for the Judgment Day. I think it's safe to say it's done.
I don't think the Judgment Day is done. I think Rhea and him are out though. Damian Priest and Rhea are gone. I think the Judgment Day is going to stay intact. I just don't think them two are going to be in it.
If Damien goes and Rhea goes, there ain't no Judgment Day.
Technically, it was Judgment Day before both of them got there.
Okay, maybe I wasn't watching wrestling back then, but if Rhea's gone, that's a huge fan base.
But that's Liv. Liv is taking her spot.
If Damien's gone, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
If Damien's gone, then Carlito's going too.
I don't think Carlito's going because he never wanted Carlito in the Judgment Day.
Damien?
Yeah, he didn't want Carlito. He didn't want Carlito or JD.
Oh, because I thought it was Rhea that didn't want Carlito in there.
No, he wasn't a fan of Carlitos. He didn't trust him.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Liv replacing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think of that. That's gonna be wild.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Something that did come to mind, and I really hope WWE is watching this because I know they are. The people that won the belts, right?
Yeah.
Think about. Okay. So we did say how great the match was between Sami Zayn and Ron Breakker, right?
Yeah.
What I forgot to mention, I do want to mention this, is Ron Breakker is amazing. He sold that match. When Sammy was hitting him from behind, his acting was top notch.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at this like, ain't no way this little man's hurting you. And he's selling the hits and everything. Man, hats off to you. Okay. So could you imagine if the ones that won the belt, so we've got Nia Jax, we've got Liv that still has the belt, right?
Yeah.
We've got LA Knight and Ron Breakker.
Yeah.
If they just form a group. And I think it'll make sense if they form a group. I think that would be amazing to see.
I don't think they would ever. Because LA Knight is supposed to be.
They have all been in that position where finally they're getting their break, right?
Right. Yes.
So to me, that would make sense. Maybe not Liv so much, but to see Gunther, to see LA Knight and Ron Breakker just unite.
Yeah.
That's a force, dude.
That's a lot of egos.
Who's gonna mess with that? Honestly, who's gonna mess with that? They all got the gold. They're all big. They're all badass. They're all what we consider the new age in wrestling.
Yeah. Yep. They are. They definitely are.
That's the new evolution.
Could be, but they need a leader.
Why? They all got the gold. They can all lead.
Because just like in an NBA team, you got to have somebody that can control egos. When you got too many egos in one room, it doesn't work because everybody wants to be the alpha.
Then you get a fogey to step in. They did it. Flair was a fogey for a long time. You can get a manager to be a fogey. You get somebody in there to step in and be like, let me control you guys. Let me show you how this is done.
I mean, you can get Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman would be dope to see. However, we'll get to that match. But I would love to see Randy Orton kind of control that group. if it were to happen. He's not fighting as much. He doesn't need to.
No, he
So
doesn't.
that would be great TV time for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got the history, he's got the knowledge, he's got the know-how. They will listen to him. He's Randy fucking Orton. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I think that would make sense. So WWE, cut us the check. thejktheory@gmail.com. Let us know. But moving on.
Yeah.
The next match, Gunther, mad props, man. That was a dope match.
Yes.
Next match is Cody Rhodes versus Sola Sikoa.
Sakura.
Sikoa. Okay. I loved Cody's entrance.
Yeah.
I'm going to start there. Even though that mask was way too big for his face. I love his entrance. I was disappointed with Solo's entrance.
Yeah.
He came out by himself.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't extravagant. He wasn't accompanied by anyone. It was just a regular entrance. And I don't know. I think he downplayed it. I think he could have been a lot better.
I don't think that's his character though. Like I think his character is, I'm not here for the glitz, the glamour, and all that other. I'm here to beat your ass and take the title. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, but this is supposed to be his summer or his WrestleMania moment, right? You had that long walk, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're Hawaiian. Your ass should have been carried in some sort of a chair and go out there and should have had hula dancers and all that. Like, you should have went all out on this. I think you dropped the ball on the entrance.
I don't think you do that with him yet because he's still not there yet. You know what I mean? Like, it's not WrestleMania. It's
yeah,
summer.
but you got to put yourself in that position.
Yeah, but he's not there yet. He's not ready for that yet.
I don't know. It seemed weird. I was just like, what are you doing? It seemed like an amateur boxing entrance. Just walking in. And, yeah. The match.
Yeah.
Actually, let me go back.
Okay.
Before Cody's entrance, I love that conversation Arn Anderson gave him.
Yes. Yeah.
Man, I didn't expect it. I thought it was great.
Mm-hmm.
The hug at the end, I loved it.
Yeah.
One thing I would have changed
Mm-hmm.
was when he said, you got friends in the back. I think he should have left that out. He should have just said, you got friends in high places. And his dad,
Yeah.
I think he would have left it at that. But I like the match.
Yeah.
Lots of surprises.
Yes.
There was interference.
Of course.
Your boy showed up. Let the people know who your boy is.
Jacob Fatu, of course.
The werewolf. Man, that's a bad dude.
He hurt though.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's hurt for real.
Because of that match?
Yeah. Yep.
What happened?
So at the end when he put Cody on the table and he does, the
splash.
The splash, yeah. His leg hit the end of that table.
Yes, I saw that, and I thought, is he selling it? I thought he was selling it. I didn't think he really hurt himself.
No, he's hurt for real. He has a boot on now.
So, do you think that match ended the way it was supposed to?
No. So I'm guessing. I've watched wrestling for a long time, so I'm guessing if he wouldn't have got hurt, they were supposed to do some more things to Cody. And then Roman was going to come out. But because of the injury, Roman had to come out a little bit earlier than what he was supposed to. So it didn't have the same the
impact.
Boom, Roman's here type thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't get to play out the way it was supposed to play out.
So you know what I thought was funny?
Hmm.
So Randy Orton interferes, right? Who's the other dude? What's his name? Kevin Owens?
Kevin Owens.
Okay, they had to run. Like, they can't run, bro. It took them like 2 minutes to get down to the get to the ring.
That was a long ass ramp. Yeah.
Kevin Owens was like, he looked like Super Mario just trying to run. That was hilarious, man. But yeah, what I would have done differently is I would have just had him come out from the stands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the way the other guys did for Solo. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Show up from the stands. So nobody sees you coming. Boom, you're just there. Randy Orton's appearance was dope. I think it was too short-lived.
Yeah.
Fatu's was amazing. His flips. He don't care, man. He's just throwing his body. He reminds me of Matt Hardy. Just doesn't matter. And he makes it look so easy. Like you look at him and you're like, you're not in shape to do that. And he does it. He's just like, it's insane. And then the return of your boy, Roman Reigns. For the first time in like a long time, I was happy to see him. I was like, oh shit, he's coming out. Well, I don't know. I hope he has a bigger impact. At least for me. I just think he's boring. But I just hope he has a bigger impact. What was his shirt about? I think he said OTC. What do you know what that's about?
I believe it's either the original tribal chief or the only tribal chief.
Okay. So I thought I was just wondering. I'm like, what is the OTC about?
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, over the counter, like that don't make sense. So yeah, it was really good to see him. To have Cody retain the belt.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Solo's not champion material.
No, not yet. Not yet, at least. He got to win a lower title before he can get the title.
Yeah. I think the next pay-per-view is set for Berlin. And
I don't even know what the next pay-per-view will be.
Yeah, it's in Berlin. They were trying to ramp up Gunther for it and Sheamus and all that because it's their territory.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I don't think the title has ever switched places in Berlin, so that'll be interesting. I don't think so. I don't see it switching there.
No.
So it's going to be interesting who fought. So I just thought of this now, so maybe you can answer this.
Okay.
Why wasn't the tag team championship? Why wasn't that even a match? What happened? Like the tag titles, they didn't even fight. I don't even know who the champions are.
Oh, Jacob and Tonga are the tag team champions because they fought on SmackDown.
So why didn't they defend their title?
Who they defended against? They had nobody to fight. They just won them on Thursday. So they had the tag team match because they can't clam everything in the SummerSlam. So certain matches they have on Raw, certain matches they have on SmackDown. That was one of the things where they put on SmackDown where they get the tag team titles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I worried about that. I was like, why isn't the tag team titles fighting? There's nothing there. And then what happened?
There was no Jay. There was no Jay Uso. That pissed me off.
Yeah. There was no Jay, and I was just about to say there was no Wyatt family.
No, it wasn't.
So I don't know. That was kind of weird. We were waiting. There was one part, and I'm trying to think who it was. The lights went out, and I'm like, oh, the Wyatt. Like my son's excited. He's like, the Wyatt family, Dad, the Wyatt. And it ended up being, I think it was Solo's entrance. And I was like, no, that's not him. He goes, oh, okay. Yeah. So is the Chad Gable thing over, you think, or is that still going to be?
No, it's still going. Still going. They got a little while before they can.
I hope they don't like recruit Chad. He's too like cornballish.
No, they won't recruit him. The only person that they recruit now that if they was adding somebody would be Alexa Bliss.
You've mentioned her a few times, yeah.
Yeah, she would be the only person that will come in and join that group. Other than that, they won't bring anybody else in.
So every match we've talked about so far, we've missed one. And I wasn't too impressed with it. And by the looks of you, you're like, which one did we miss? Missed the CM Punk Drew McIntyre match.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I wasn't a big fan of it. I liked it, but I was like, eh.
I mean, it was cool for what it was. Wasn't nothing that I was like overly impressed with. Like eh.
I think Drew falls under that weird category that he's such a big dude. He just needs to fight big dudes.
I just don't think CM Punk is CM Punk anymore. So it really doesn't make the same effect. I think CM Punk will be more now. I think he'll be more better as a manager type person to a younger somebody younger, you know.
Unless you're gonna let CM Punk be CM Punk, he needs to play manager.
He's not CM Punk anymore though. That's what I mean. Like even if they let him have free control over himself, but he's just not him anymore. Like he's older now. He doesn't have the same that he used to have. It just doesn't hit anymore. So I it's good to see him back, but I don't see him doing anything worthwhile now.
Ouch. Oh,
yeah, sorry.
pipe bomb.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I can definitely see him play the manager role. I think he'll fit really good as a Paul Heyman kind of a guy, which
Yeah.
he is a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah, Paul Heyman guy, yeah.
So, yeah, that would make sense. We haven't seen Paul Heyman since he went through a table.
Right.
I hope he's okay.
He'll be back soon.
I hope so. So that's SummerSlam. I think we just talked about what we would have changed. Would have loved to see Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Yeah, would have loved to see the Wyatt Six, at least something, the videotape, just something.
Something, right? Yeah.
I would have loved to see the tag team titles be defended because it's one of the belts.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes sense. Pay-per-view, defend it. But I get it. You can't fit everything in one.
Yeah.
Next pay-per-view is going to be interesting. They did announce next year's SummerSlam will be held in Indiana. And if everything works out, I think me and you need to attend that SummerSlam.
I think you are right. It's a 2-night thing.
Yep. And I think they already signed Taker to do one of the nights as his podcast.
Really?
Yeah, they did. They got him for Vegas for next year. But I think they're going to have it as a rotating thing. So for the major events.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think we should try to go to that.
Yeah, that'll be dope. That's a nice drive. So that'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our thoughts on SummerSlam. Let us know what your favorite match is. Who you think should have won, who you think should have lost, who should have interfered, and who should have just stayed home. You know what I mean? Let us know. And if you need to reach out to us directly, you can at thejktheory@gmail.com. Once again, I'm Jay.
I'm Kay.
And this is the JK Theory. Till next time, peace.
Peace.